Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Market Pulse with your host Tone Vase. Gonna be a quick video. I wasn't gonna do it until I totally forgot. This morning, I even said from the airport, the stock market was looking like it's gonna puke out a lung. Didn't state it quite like that, but you guys got the idea this morning. And then I totally forgot about it until one of my friends just texted me. He's like, "Holy shit, you see what's happening in the market?" And I'm like, "No, but I should be seeing it. So let's go and take a look together." I am in Sofia, Bulgaria, and about to go out, actually. I got my shirt on. I'm going to go out, meet up with some people in a bit. I got about 15, 20 minutes. So let's go and take a look. Bandwidth may be an issue. I couldn't log on to the hotel Wi-Fi, though I probably shouldn't anyway. So I am, running on my hotspot here. So let's hope everything is working. All right, let's go to screen share. I am in Bulgaria to speak at Digitalk. Andreas is also speaking, actually, and I'm not sure I know anyone else. But do I have the conference open? I have the conference open. Okay, here's the conference. Here are speakers. Nope, don't know them, but looks important since they put them in front of Andreas. Andreas, she sounds familiar. Jeff Hoffman also sounds familiar. And I think that's it. I'm on there somewhere as a speaker. Well, anyway, I'm here. So this is where I'll be. Okay. My schedule from here, I go to Amsterdam. Well, I should probably refresh it. There's going to be a carnivory dinner here. We're going to probably get that up tomorrow so you guys can register and sign up for it. Other than that, you guys know the deal. Indicator workshop. Let's go to the markets. I'm going to go backwards here. Here's the weekly S&P 500 cash. Let's zoom out and take a slightly longer view. I usually glance over it. Someone is asking me, does SPX mean stock market? SPX specifically means S&P 500. That's what you see right there. That's the ticker. That's the ticker for the S&P 500. So what do we see from a weekly charting perspective? From a weekly charting perspective, as you can see, I have the 4, 7, and 30. These are Tyler's moving averages. These are not the moving averages that I like. So we're going to switch these. I'm going to make it 7, 30, and 50. And on the daily, I like the 50 and the 200. So I like these a little bit better, even though I'm not sure if the 30 is all that useful. The 50 certainly is. And right now, the 50 is holding us up. Let me go to my old traditional ways of 20, 50, and 200. That's the traditional trading environment. Oh, look at that. Wow. Wow. Another reason to buy in. Institutionals must have seen that one, just like here. So we are way above 200 weekly, and we are holding the 50. Now, this is where Consensio, as Tyler likes to call it, and sequential, as what I trade. Remember, there is no hyperwave on the S&P 500. So that entire trading system does not apply. So let me, I can't really check my audio. Hope the audio is good. So Consensio doesn't apply here. So we're looking at moving averages, or Consensio, as Tyler likes to call it. And I am looking at the sequential. And the sequential is telling me that we're on 4 of 9 to the downside, with potentially with 5 more bad weeks to go. And that's a little bit scary because this is a very good support point. If we fall below this support point, you kind of hope it falls really, really slowly so that the moving average can establish a high above 250. I'm getting some questions here, or just tips. Thank you. Thank you, Dan and Sherry. And also we have the setup trend line, which is going to be very, very critical. How critical is the setup trend line? Well, let's take a look at the last bull run. Since the last drop here, we did not break setup trend. And that is critical. That is textbook DeMark, okay, right here. This is absolute textbook DeMark. Look at this setup trend line from this 9 that got established the week of June 14th. You broke it intra-week and closed above and held the moving average on a beautiful reversal candle. That is 1. The reversal candle itself is 2. The moving average is 3. That's 3 ducks telling you to get into the market. 3 out of 4. If this was a 9 or a 13 sequential, that would have been great. We held up, we fell again, did not even touch setup trend. We fell again catastrophically in early 2016 and did not break setup trend. Now, this is a very critical sequential 9 because according to the textbook DeMark, yeah, I'll take a look at our side. Thank you, Hart. Thank you, commenter. So if you look at textbook DeMark, a 9 to the downside that holds setup trend support is a great candidate for reversal to the upside. Now, on the upside, we hit a 9 to the upside, setting up setup trend resistance, which was, eventually broken within a month or so, and that set us up for some ridiculous gains, right? And there goes the S&P 500, and look at all of these setup trend support lines. There are just, rising and rising and rising and rising until eventually it broke in October 2018. So we couldn't break one. We couldn't break a support. The last time a setup trend support line was broken, Jesus. How far back do I have to go? Here, 2011. 2011 was the last time we broke setup trend support. How many of them were there in between? That's the broken one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the 13th one finally broke. Huh, interesting, 13. Now we established another one. So the probability of breaking the setup trend line, you can see like this entire decade, it's only done it twice this decade, and I started with a break, right? So there probably were a bunch before that. So since the bottom was in, so that's already 13 since the break. That's the broken one. That's the low. 1, 2. That one was broken and immediately went back up. So that would have been a rough trade. I would have I would have lost on this trade. I would have been short. Well, I would have been short from the 9. And I would have doubled down at the break, and then I would have got stopped out. But it still would have been profitable, even off the double down. A terrible double down, but it still would have been profitable. Anyway, the point of this long story that I didn't even have time to talk about is this is a very rare occurrence. And if we make it all the way down here, that would be kind of crazy. I don't think it's going to fall that low, but if it does, I expect the setup trend line to hold. Ideally, we get a 9 somewhere, and then we go back up. Okay, let's look at the RSI. People are talking about the RSI divergence. I'm not in a rush. Like, this is RSI divergence. Look how much higher the RSI is here than here, and look how much higher the stock price is here and here. This is almost a double top, and the RSI is barely lower, and your MACD is not even confirming the RSI. We can add the CMF in here and see what the CMF says, or maybe we can't. My indicator is not working, so we can't, unfortunately. So not much there. Let's go look at the daily. I'm gonna use the futures for the daily. The daily is actually bouncing back up towards the end of the day. That's a positive sign. That's a pretty good sign. So let me put my computer in. That's a good sign. So let's see what happens with that. But it's still a bearish candle, and it broke daily setup trend. Now the daily setup trend has not been broken, in this entire run up since December of 2018, and we finally broke it. So I am expecting a bit of an acceleration to the downside. All right. Anything interesting in gold? Nope. Right here at the cross, nothing. Silver. Nothing, waiting for its setup trend line to break. The dollar, let me zoom in on this. Dollar is looking very bullish. Look, we hit a 9, we broke setup trend, we established, you don't trade the candle following a 9, we established a new bullish count. Yes, that's a combo 13, but that is a 9, even though it's not perfected, that's okay. And if tomorrow or if next week, the dollar is strengthening, I am bullish the dollar, I am bearish gold, I am bearish S&P, and I should probably pull up oil, because now I'm curious what oil looks like. I still think this is a short-term correction in the S&P, maybe intermediate. I still think new highs. Remember what I said very early in the year. Very early in the year on the S&P, when we were, crashing down and starting to go back up, I said that I expected S&P to do well, but I did not expect new all-time highs, or more specifically, I did not expect a break of 3,000 until next year. So that might actually come true, and we break 3,000 next year. In Trump's re-election year, which would guarantee him possibly the greatest margin of victory in election history. Okay, oil, that's where I was going. I was going to oil. We're just going to stick to the weekly. Maybe I'll glance at the daily just to check for any 9s. Come on. Time's limited here. Ooh, nice reversal candle. Look at that. I would not have seen that coming. But the week is not over yet. Maybe there was news announcements. I don't know. That's a monster reversal candle. I'm sure I would have said the perfect short would have been at this red line. This needs to close at a red 6. Halfway down the candle. So you still have 2 more days in this weekly candle in order to remain in a bearish trend. If the candle closes like this, it could get very interesting and it could go back up. But I'm going to wait till this candle closes. I'm going to glance at the daily. Oh, this is the daily. Sorry. Let's look at the weekly. The weekly is still bearish. So that's today's candle. And today is going to end soon, in about 4 hours. So the daily needs to pull back down in order to keep that bearish posture. I want to walk through stocks. Lyft, I'm still hoping Lyft gives me the perfect bullish entry somewhere below $40. Let's just walk through the stocks. Let's see how Amazon's doing. I haven't looked at these in a long time. Amazon is bearish. It's on a 6 of 9. It has broken setup trend. So Amazon's going to pull back. It's been a while since Amazon broke setup trend. And yeah, it could be a good pickup at a 9 in about 3 days. So keep an eye on that. It depends on what it looks like in 3 days, though. Don't blindly buy a 9. Same thing for Alphabet. Let's look at the moving averages. Same thing for Google. Doesn't look good at all. Below all the moving averages, certainly bearish. It really depends what the 9 candle looks like. I think the moving averages are much better on Amazon. They're a little bit better on Amazon, but the def cross is coming. So this 9 could be a 1 to 4 candle correction into the def cross. A baby def cross. The real def cross is 50 versus 200. Apple. Whoa. Apple's not looking good at all. It's on a 7, and maybe a buy in a couple of days. It looks like a lot of stocks are gonna give you a tradable bounce to the upside in a couple of days. Netflix. Netflix is holding in there. Netflix is holding steady. Netflix is the bullish one of the bunch. Surprising considering how everyone, counted Netflix for dead over down here just, half a year ago. And now everyone is counting Tesla for dead, like they were counting Netflix for dead. And I would be looking to pick up some Tesla in the near future, if I keep an eye on it, of course. It's coming up on another 9, but the countdown of sequential might lead it lower. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Well, you should be keeping an eye on that. I probably will forget. Yeah, I'll get to AMD. I just want to walk through my list here. This is being squeezed right into the def cross here on Facebook. Facebook is in a bearish posture with a green deferred sequential, but good luck getting that 13 because it's got to go to new all-time highs pretty much. So that looks like that will probably break if we get to a 9. Facebook is neutral to me. I would not be trading. It's not trending. It's just kind of flat. AMD. Ooh, AMD looks good. AMD looks pretty bullish. It survived earnings. It was a bad, weird earnings day. We now popped to the upside. We're on a green 2 on a down day. AMD is looking pretty good, guys. AMD is looking good. It survived its catastrophe, held the prior swing high very nicely, and is in a huge bullish posture. I'm liking AMD here, and maybe not this second. These are daily charts, by the way. Maybe not this second, but not the best of 1 candles. Man, if only the 1 was a slow day, and then you get this breakout 2 above a 1. But I like it here. I'd be bullish AMD, but remember the market is bearish. You don't want to be buying in a bearish market. Unfortunately, you're better off shorting or waiting for the market to reverse. But if there was a bullish stock, I like AMD here with the rising moving averages and breakout to yearly highs any minute, challenging all-time highs. I'm assuming those are all-time highs. NVIDIA. I haven't looked at these in ages, guys. Ooh, NVIDIA looks like a disaster. Man. That's what happens when Ethereum loses 90%, right? No one's buying your cards to mine. NVIDIA looks terrible. All 3 moving averages are down. They're all declining. There's 2 positives, however. One, you are way overextended. You have fallen quite a bit. And also, you're coming up on a 9 tomorrow, and you're currently on a reversal candle. So if tomorrow is a nice strong day with a strong bounce in the market, this is a potential knife catch. But keep in mind, you are on a 6 of 9 sequential. So if I was to enter this trade, and this is another bullish trade, if you're looking for bullish trades, this would be my potential bullish trade from the list I happen to have. A 9 tomorrow going above the top of the doji with a stop loss below the bottom of the doji. And my next workshop will be on entries, exits, and stop losses. Ooh, that's a terrible CMF. And RSI and everything looks bearish. Maybe it's not that bad. A little divergence here. And actually, I'm sorry, it's the confirmation, not divergence. So that's your stop loss. That's your entry. You can always raise the stop loss. What's the gap between these bad boys? What is our range on this candle? The low is 39, 38.94. Let's say 39. The high is 143. That's a $4 range. So adjust your risk accordingly. If all you can lose is if all you can afford to lose is $100, then your entry here needs to make sure you have the right size, that you're only going to lose $100. So that means if you have if it's a $4, right? So 100 divided by 4, that means you're only buying 25 shares. Then that's the most you can afford to lose. Microsoft. Microsoft's looking good, another bullish stock with a little bit of a short-term bearish posture. Don't like this candle, don't like this gap, but it is rising. It is in an uptrend. No trade on Microsoft, but I would be watching it for the market to reverse. Ford. Shit, I got like 2 minutes left. I don't know if I can get through all of these. Ford is not looking too good. It closed the giant gap, the earnings gap. I think Ford's in a bullish posture. Maybe they're gonna finally, have some life. The moving averages should reverse. I would wait a little bit, but that is a reversal candle. If the market is strong tomorrow, wish this was an 8 or a 9 candle. But if the market is strong tomorrow, Ford may not be all that bad on another possibility off the moving average. Tilray, some Canadian marijuana stock. I don't know. I don't know why it's. Oh God, I'm pretty sure I've been bearish on this thing in forever. But you have sequential 13, combo 13, and a 9 today. It is, look at your divergence in your CMF. Look at your divergence on your RSI. Everything is strengthening. Your oscillators are starting to strengthen. That's good. That's very good. You are on a 9. There is one problem with this. It's not a reversal candle. It's a shitty bearish candle. So as perfect as this could have been with the hammer candle, you want to stay patient and you want to wait. If there is sign of strength tomorrow, this is a potential buying opportunity of catching the low. I don't always sell the 2-year low. Sometimes I'll buy the 2-year low. This is an example of potentially buying the 12-month low. But like I said, the candles is priority 1, and this is not a buying candle. The candle that I would want to see here is this candle. In either case, if I was to enter this trade to the upside tomorrow, my stop loss would be the bottom of this 9, maybe 39.90 or something. So adjust your trade accordingly. There is a new sequential count, but the sequential completed from the prior 9 that was up here. They all ended, the aggressive, the sequential, and the combo, and you just got another 9. I'm liking this. That's not trading advice, but I like it. GE, I don't like it. No, I just don't like it. I don't have time to get into it. TSG, no idea what this is. It's on my list. See, this is an example of a 9, a beautiful 9. If I bought this 9, I would already be out with a stop loss. If I did not buy the 9, which would have been the safer trade, I would have bought it upon the break above the doji, which it never took place. Now, had I bought it on a break above the doji, I would have had a stop loss below the doji, and that stop loss would have been hit. So as beautiful, what the hell is that? So as beautiful as this 9 doji candle looked, it was in a bearish posture, and now it's entered the countdown phase. I would never short a $16 stock, but this is not looking very good now. If tomorrow is a down day, whatever this is, it's kind of screwed. This thing can go significantly lower. Box, what the hell is, I don't know what box is. I have to delete some of these things. I don't even know what they are. Not looking good. Earnings is coming. Ignore it. Twitter. It's looking okay. It's looking okay, but I don't like the red 2 going below the red 1. Reminds me of Facebook, I think. Looks exactly like Facebook. Yeah. Oh, maybe not Facebook. What was the other stock? Netflix, maybe. Or one of these, not Netflix. Microsoft, maybe. Yep, looks just like Microsoft. I don't like it. I'd stay away from it. Jesus, how many stocks do I have here? No idea what this is. Well, TiVo I was just making fun of. No idea what that is. A Roku, $92. Wow, wow, wow. Hit a 9. Wait for a 1 to 4 candle correction. Starts to go back up. Beautiful countdown play to the upside. GoPro, not looking good. I'm just going to be selective here. I'm not going to look at Fitbit. Square. Not looking good. See you see all the moving averages are starting to decline, and you're approaching yearly lows. Not good at all. You're in the countdown phase. This thing could accelerate into a 13. I don't like Square at the moment. ExxonMobil looks horrendous. Not going to get into why. 6 of 9, maybe in a few days. All right, that's it, guys. That's enough. That's the stock analysis. Bitcoin, I have 3 seconds. Hit a 9 on the hourly, taking a little bit of a break. It looks like it wants to go back up. It looks like it wants to go back up. If we can break the setup trend line and the prior high, if we can break 88.50, I think it can still make it to my $9,000 to $9,500 zone. So this is still a good possibility. All right, guys. I gotta run. I gotta meet people for dinner. Gonna have some meat. Haven't eaten since last night. Haven't even seen any of Bulgaria yet. Just got here, checked into the hotel, and did a quick video on the markets. Oh, someone's asking me for GM. Didn't I look at GM? Was it on my list? Oh, that was GE. GM, last one. Oh, I took off screen share. Ha ha ha. About to scam all of you. GM is the same. It's the same as the rest. Same as the S&P. 7 of 9, 8 of 13. Look for a 9. If it gives you something, could be a knife catch, but short-lived. I wouldn't mess with GE right now. I don't like it. It's not in an uptrend. But 9s or 13s could give you tradable opportunities. I would not touch it right now. But if you were in the short trade as this 3 candle was happening, stay with the short. At $35 GE is very shortable because no one's going to buy them out tomorrow, and it's a nice stock price for it to go lower. All right, guys. I'm going to head out. Talk to you all on the next one. Check out tovbase.com. Carnivory dinner registration, hopefully tomorrow. Talk to you all later. Bye from Sofia, Bulgaria.